Are you comfy?
Yeah. Welcome back to, welcome back. Welcome to,
Welcome back.
welcome to Lunchbox Sociables, where we talk all things music, music related, music adjacent, and sometimes nothing to do with music. But today we are going to continue on from last episode and talk about concerts. So Leslie has a box.
Leo's big box of memorabilia.
I came across this box of concert tickets just this winter, and so she's going to randomly pick tickets out and see if I can
remember the where and when of that particular concert.
All right, so let's just get started.
And I'm going to quiz you on how much you think the concert cost. How much did the ticket cost? Which I think is probably more shocking than anything else.
So go ahead. What's the first one?
The first one is David Bowie.
Oh.
Saturday, September 3rd, 1983.
Oh, wow. I'm going to guess it was general admission. It was my first concert, and my girlfriend at the time, Chris Logan, took me to that concert. We were at the very back. I'm going to guess that it was $20.
$22.50.
Oh,
so it's probably $20 plus service charge of $2.50, right? $22.50.
Yeah. And what tour was that?
That would have been the Serious Moonlight tour, the one to go along with the Let's Dance album. So
that's right.
Saturday, so here's my memory. Saturday, September 3rd, 1983. That would have been Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
That was the weekend I moved to Toronto.
Oh.
So I had just seen David Bowie that summer.
Same
summer
tour,
of 83.
right?
Same tour at the Montreal Forum. That's why I remember it was the Serious Moonlight tour for the Let's Dance album. That was that album. I don't remember how much I paid for my ticket though, because I don't keep any ticket stubs.
I keep all these stubs, which makes me sad because now you just put them on, you get them on your phone. The last couple of concerts I went to, I have no stubs.
No record of it.
Yeah. Saw the Killers last summer and got no record of it. Just the memories.
Next up, we have the Clash.
Oh.
At Waterloo.
University of Waterloo. Okay, so that was again with Chris. And
it doesn't have a date on it. Do you remember when it was?
It was I think it was 83. It was either 83 or 84. It was 1984. And we were
Friday, May 4th, 1984.
There we go. So we were right at the very front, and I remember Joe Strummer falling off the stage. They grabbed him, they threw him right back up.
Was he drunk?
He was drunk. He was drunk. It was but like, wow, I was right at the very front for like the Clash, and I had just got into like the Clash combat rock, and so it was like it was a big deal for me. And then they were at right there.
How much was this ticket?
Oh, I didn't make much money back then, and I remember thinking it was pretty expensive. So I'm going to guess, but it's a university. I'm going to guess $18.
$12.50.
Oh, I probably did think that was way too much money.
We have the Tragically Hip with Sam Roberts at the Hummingbird Center.
I'm going to guess $45. And
just for it was October of 2002.
Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe $35. And any memory of that? I do have a memory. It was I noticed it was a lot of it was a real young crowd. It was like a university crowd even in Toronto, but it was a great concert. And my memory of it was I was clapping too much. I was probably clapping on the offbeat. No, I was clapping on the onbeat. Yeah, that's right.
Well, this ticket was actually $57.61 in the first balcony.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That's a lot more than I would have thought. Okay.
Oh my goodness. What have we got here?
I already can tell that those ones taped together.
Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen.
Do you see the year?
How many times have you? So we've got July of '84.
Yes.
So that would have been the Born in the USA tour.
So I saw him 3 nights in a row. You'll see 3 earlier in the summer.
July 23rd, July 24th.
So there'll be 3, and then later in August he came back again. So the first 3
August of '85.
We're at the. It's a whole nother.
The following year. So you have 3 dates in August of.
So that was
85.
that's even it was the beginning of his world tour for the Born in the USA tour. And then the following year, he finished up, like was finishing up the Born in the USA tour, was still going on. And then when he came back, the first 3 were at just the grandstand, and it just kept growing and growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger at the tour. And when he came back, he did the stadium, did a full stadium tour. I have 2 little memories of that. I remember going to one of those concerts. I remember being under the influence of something, and it was just like, what am I seeing here? I was just remembering to say to myself, like, I think I got lost from the friends I went there with. I just like, whoa, and I thought there was like a little jail set up for people, but no, they're just behind the fence. But the other memory is when I went with my sister, and it was a very good memory because we went to it was at the time of the X, and we had gone in. And I had won these 4 stuffed animals, and we had to bring them into the concert with us. Like
that would have been in the August.
In the August one,
yeah.
And we had to bring these stuffed. Then I saw them again somewhere in that box. There's going to be another one in 2003. So I think that was probably in support of the Rising. And there you go. It was like, well, that's 20 years later, and it's still like just a show that goes on and on. I remember saying, oh, I got to work tomorrow. Like Bruce, he came on for like 4 or 5 encores. I was like, wow, okay. You get your money's worth. With Springsteen, love him or hate him, you get your money's worth because he puts on a real show.
Speaking of money, how much were these tickets, do you think?
Okay,
so let's talk about 84, July of 84.
84 in the grandstand. I'm going to guess $30.
Not even close.
Oh, no?
No, the 2 different prices. So the cheaper seat was $17.95.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the more expensive one was $19.75.
Oh, wow.
Because you had, I guess, better seats for
yeah.
the first concert
I remember,
than the second concert.
Now I think about it, I remember getting those tickets. We had to stay out all night at this little ticket place in Brampton, and I had the easy shift. I had the shift like in the evening, and then I got to go home. Well, my other friends had the overnight shift, and then the morning shift, and we all kind of showed up again to get our tickets. We had to keep our little place in line.
Yeah, so a year later, going from July of 84 to August of 85, the price had gone up to $25.25.
Wow, $25.25.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
$25.25.
Yeah.
Let's
but
see.
I was only making $3 an hour, so it was working for the Parks Department, so it was a lot of money.
Okay. August 2000 at Air Canada Centre.
Wait, now I'm supposed to guess who the band was? Oh, you know what? August 2000? I'm going to guess the band. I'm going to guess that's AC/DC.
You are correct.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So my girlfriend at that time, Monique, brought her to, and it's my one and only AC/DC show. And I do remember specifically there were like 99.9% of the crowd was guys. Oh. Yes, it's like, oh, because I could see all these guys were like turning around, like looking at everyone, like, oh, there's a girl here, there's another girl here, there's a girl. So yeah, but and that was what a great show. Very different, like especially different from like Springsteen, who does so much talking and talking and talking in between songs. These guys, it was, hello, and I didn't even announce the name of the song. They would just go into the next song. They just, it was one song after another, and then like an encore, and then thank you very much, good night.
Any guess on how much this ticket was?
2000 AC/DC. Okay, I'm sure by now prices got to start going up. So I'm going to guess $40.
Double that, $84.25.
Okay, and it was worth every penny.
System of a Down. I don't even know.
No. Let's go past that. That was.
Okay, May 13th, 2003, at the Air Canada Centre.
Oh.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I know I'm going to have a guess. The price was 75 or 85.
No.
No, still
55.
More. Oh, 55. Well, it was 55 too much. Great band, great music. It was blistering loud. We were at the back too, and it's like it was just. I couldn't tell. I could have told you one song from another. It was just so blistering loud. So, which is unfortunate.
Montreal versus Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Saturday, February 26, 1994, 8
Oh.
p.m.
Oh.
So actually, this is interesting too, because hockey tickets have gone up, and
Yeah,
I was at the
yeah,
baseball game.
yeah,
Baseball tickets
yeah.
have gone up. So this was $33.
$33.
In 1994. Yeah.
1994. Then that's probably still at the Garden then too.
Did you lose a bet? Why is this in here?
I don't think the salt shaker, the Habs salt shaker. I don't know.
Salt and pepper
Yeah,
shaker. Still shrink wrapped and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get back to music.
All right, let's get back to music. What else have we got here? We have the Kingswood Music Theater in August of 1989.
1989. Okay, so that could be Tom Petty. That could be the Pretenders. It could be Neil Young.
It is Neil Young.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So whatever.
wow, the price was really cheap.
Okay, well, it's Kingswood.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess $14.
$7.
Oh, $7.
But you had to pay for park admission.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
I saw a few concerts at Kingswood as well. I remember fondly. I saw Howard Jones at Kingswood, and I saw Fine Young Cannibals at the Kingswood. But yeah, $7. Yeah, because you have another one here for Kingswood.
Well, let's hold on. Let's just finish with Neil. I do remember the band that opened up for him was the Replacements, and they were like all the rage for like a hot minute. And then it's like, oh, okay. And then no one talked about the Replacements again. What's it with the Replacements? Does it say who was opened up for him? Does he say the Replacements? Because now I'm thinking the Replacements was opened up for Tom Petty. I think the Replacements opened up for Tom Petty.
It doesn't say on either ticket.
Yeah.
But Tom Petty.
But
is
no,
the other...
let me finish with Neil. He just came out with just a guitar. He played. It was just him and a guitar. So it wasn't a backup band. Didn't have Crazy Horse, and it was just him, and it was so good. And I thought, wow. Here's because he has such a repertoire, but he's just like, wow, it was just one guy and a guitar, and then a couple times just him and the piano, and it was a great concert.
And then Tom Petty.
Tom Petty had the Replacements open up, and that's the only time I think I saw Tom Petty. I don't remember much from that concert, but I do remember that I enjoyed the show. Oh, and it probably was it still again the $7?
Yep, $7.
Okay.
Yeah. We have July 1996 at the Molson Amphitheater.
1986?
96.
I am going Molson Amphitheater.
Yeah.
Is that the
Budweiser stage?
Budweiser. In 96. You know what? I am going to guess that it is the 30th or the 40th anniversary of the Monkees.
Here we come.
Okay, so it's too bad I probably don't have the 86 to 96 to 86, 96. Yeah, so I don't have the 20th.
Would have been the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, I don't have the 20th. And
96.
I think I've mentioned this in another podcast about how it was just it was all walks of life at this, and they were still all alive. But I think only I don't think who was the hat? Michael Nesmith was there. It was the other three, and I'll never forget how when they wake up, sleepy Jean. What's that song?
Daydream Believer.
Daydream Believer. How the entire crowd. It was stunning to see the entire crowd of old people, young people, everybody singing along to that. There was no music. They started the song, and then when they came up to the chorus, they just cut the music, and the entire crowd sang it. It was like, wow, that was really something.
March 1992 at Maple Leaf Gardens.
March 1992, Maple Leaf Gardens, 92, Maple Leaf Gardens. I am going to guess U2 on the whatever would have been the Achtung Baby tour.
Yeah.
It was a good show, and it was the first time that I've seen like a band do like the big stage. They had the trombones hanging from the ceiling. It was, and they had all the TVs and all the monitors. But they had this little stage, and it was the little stage that would come out, and they did a handful of songs on the little stage. It was like, wow, that's really something. So I think that a lot of bands do that now. Mm-hmm. But that was the first time I ever seen that little. Do
you remember who you went with to that concert?
Yeah,
it says so right on the ticket.
Oh yeah, I do. I went with Shelley, my friend Shelley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, let's see. How much was this ticket?
Oh, I'm going to guess. Okay, you said 92.
90.
Does it have the price?
It does.
92. I'm going to guess $95.
No, $34.33.
Oh wow.
$34.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've got some of these prices good, and some of them I've like nowhere. I'm usually going over. I haven't been under yet. I've always been over.
Next, we have Massey Hall in February of 2011.
Oh, 2011. John Cougar, John Mellencamp.
John Mellencamp.
Yeah. No idea how much. I think it may be $75.
It doesn't actually say.
I do remember that concert though. Great seats to the side, and his lead guitarist had just like 2 racks of
$97.50.
$97.50. 2 racks of guitars. I just mean being so like amazed, like, oh my god, look at all those guitars. They were probably all had different tunings or for different songs, but it's like wow.
I've only seen 2 concerts at Massey Hall. I saw Blue Rodeo.
Yeah.
Probably in, I want to say 89 or 90, sometime around then. I had bronchitis. I was in the second row on the floor. It was awesome. And I saw Joe Jackson at Massey Hall. That would have been probably in the early 2000s, which was a fantastic
I don't think I've seen. I think that's the only concert I've. No. Who did the Breakfast Club?
Simple Minds.
Simple Minds. I saw Simple Minds there.
Right. We've got The Who at the Air Canada
Okay, if
Centre.
I've seen The Who, it'd be with you.
I've
When
seen
was
The
it?
Who with you a couple of times. This is November of 2012.
Yeah.
Quadrophenia and more.
Yeah,
I
must have
probably
been
saw it with
I'm
you.
not going to see The Who with anybody else other than you. Big regret that I've never saw Rush, and a big regret that I never saw April Wine. I go, oh, damn.
Yeah. I would have liked to have seen Madonna. I've never seen, like in her heyday, I would have liked to have seen Madonna.
Pass.
And I might lose my Canadian citizenship over this, but I've never seen the Tragically Hip in concert.
You will. It's right. I'll have to edit that out.
Otherwise, the ice will be showing up at my door, dragging me away. Okay. What do we have here? Oh, okay. This is August of 1986.
In August 1986. Okay, where's the venue?
The CNE
CNE 86.
Stadium, rain or shine.
CNE Stadium 1986. Is it still not Springsteen?
No, it's Van
Halen. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, right. Because I stood in line to get the tickets. I remember that.
Yeah.
Great concert. I know I've talked about this before because that was the concert that before it started, like everyone had pizza boxes and they turned into Frisbees. And for a solid minute, the sky was filled with pizza boxes. It was the most. I said, I'm never going to see this again. And like no one had camera phones back then, so it was like, wow, I got to memorize this because we'd never see that again. Good call. But that was with so that was Van Hagar. It was a pretty good concert.
Okay, $26.
$26.
Yeah. And now we've got November 1986 at Maple Leaf Gardens.
That's got to be the Pretenders.
The Pretenders with Big Audio Dynamite.
Yeah, I don't remember Big Audio Dynamite, but I remember Chrissy.
$20.
Yeah, Chrissy Hine would put on a good show. I'll remember though that I do remember she had these big hoop earrings, and one of them dropped, and she was so pissed off she went and grabbed the other one, just threw them like, oh, hoop earrings.
Oh, there's the other Springsteen ticket.
When was that?
September 2003.
That's and that
was $100. That ticket.
So
Rolling Stones at the Sky Dome.
Probably
with Darko.
Okay, that was in the 2000s then. That's the second. No,
98. January 98.
Okay, because I saw them on the. Would that be Steel Wheels? So I saw them
to Babylon.
Okay, so I saw them on the another one. I think was the Steel Wheels in the 80s. Which was a good concert when that band Living Color opened for them. That was good. But this concert I went with Darko. It was spectacular. It was unbelievable how amazing it was with that big thing that came out of the stage. It looked like a big monster, and it went down to the little stage. All the effects and their back screen. Like the screen, so you can see the bands. Like if you're at the back, like it just was amazing. It was so well done. It was like the
actually that's
video.
another. I've never seen the Stones, and I would like to have seen the Stones sort of in their heyday, like in the like even around like Start Me Up and all that kind of
yeah,
stuff. Like back then, they were still
Yeah,
rocking it
yeah,
out.
yep.
Yeah. C&E Grandstand, Friday, August 3rd, 1984.
1984. Grandstand, 1984. I'm going to guess Billy Idol.
Yes.
Oh, worst concert ever.
Why? Why was it so bad?
He was just really, he
We
was
only
not,
spent $16.75 on
it
it,
was
so
$15 too much. Yeah, he wasn't. I don't know. He phoned it in. I don't know if he was drunk. His pants ripped open. It was not a good. It was not a good concert.
Oh, here's the Stones again in '89, December of '89.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got the Palais Royale.
At the Palais Royale.
April 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
Palais Royale. I only saw one act, and that would have been Gary Newman.
That is correct.
And it was actually a really good show, and far more songs. Like, not that I knew any of the songs, but like, I mean, I think he probably didn't like doing cars here in my car.
Yeah.
I don't know
Just
if he
played
even,
that same song.
No.
over and
I don't
over
even know if
again.
he even played it. He must have played it, but whatever. He didn't play it like the song that you know. But it was a good show. I enjoyed myself, but I mostly enjoyed was the people watching. Oh, there were some great goth chicks at that. that was a show which actually was the only upside of the Billy Idol concert was the punk chicks at seeing Billy Idol.
$27.50.
$27.50. Okay, I went with my friend Michael.
And then we've got Molson Amphitheater, July 1998.
98, Molson Amphitheater. 98. No.
With Darko, Page and Plant.
Page and Plant. All right. Oh yeah. And who opened up for them? I think the band that opened up. I think Cheap Trick opened up, and I was actually more.
Say on here.
I think. Oh no, I think Cheap Trick opened up for somebody else. Yeah, it was a good show. It didn't knock me out because it wasn't Led Zeppelin in any way. So it was, but it was a fine show.
Yeah. There's no price on here, so maybe it was free.
No, I don't think it was for free.
And then we've got June 1997 at the Molson Amphitheater.
This is going to be good podcasting. I hope
it's going to be really boring, but anyway, whatever. You can keep the ones you like and cut out the ones you don't like.
Okay,
you can intersperse them in different spots.
Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Because I just realized this is just one big long chat.
Just listening to Leo reminisce about all the concerts he's been to.
Yeah. Okay, what was the last one you did?
ZZ Top, $48, Molson Amphitheater in 1997.
And that had Cheap Trick opening for them.
And then finally we have George Clinton.
George Clinton. Okay, so I got a good memory. I have two good memories of George Clinton.
This is at the concert hall, 888 Young.
At the concert hall, yes. So went one night with my friend Mortley from work, and I had no idea who this was. And we waited forever for him to come on. I don't think he came on until like midnight. But it was such and the Parliament Funkadelic, George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic, it was so good that I said, come on, let's come back tomorrow. And we did. We came back the next day and saw them again late. And then years later, they came back to town, playing at the docks. And the ticket said 8. So Mortley had us there, like, okay, let's meet early. We got to get there. We were there at 7. We should have known we were there too early when we were the first car in the parking lot. Oh. I think we might not even had to pay because I don't think the parking attendant was even there. We were the first car, and we just sat in the car for a while until a few people, started parking. And then Morty said, "Yeah, we better get in. It's general admission." So okay, so now we're in. We go in probably around 9, and doesn't come on stage for a good 2.5, maybe 3 hours later. It's like, oh my God.
Was anyone playing in the meantime?
No, you just standing around. It's like, oh, I just remember being, that was like once he played the music, everything's amazing, but wow, that was a long wait to for that. So, okay, well, is that our gone through all of our my concert tickets, my trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to just intersperse this in amongst, because this was 26 minutes of
Leo reminiscing. That's the best in podcasting for you.
You know what?
That's some
There is some
podcasting.
really no, but maybe people will go, oh yeah, I was at that concert, or I remember that band. There'll be, I'm sure there'll be memories. So I'm going to intersperse this. Maybe I'll blend the two podcasts together, and intersperse them. So. On that note, we will bring this this stellar podcast to a close, and we'll see you on the next podcast.
Bye.
Bye.